Into the Titan room they go then. Splyce trying to end the game. 2-0 over Obey. Yes, Obey made it to Worlds, but it's Splyce that have got to advance.
Splyce with the 2-0 victory. Twig could be there, but not quite enough. Splyce keep NA alive. They eliminate Obey Alliance.
Left side of the initiation, adapting comes down, Ice deletes Homie Iffy. Collis gets one, Vote gets another, 2 for the Hunter from Scotland. The blink forward, and Ice baby, the Croatian sensation, puts them down. Rival in the driver's seat, they're gonna take the set.
They absolutely are. This is it, Splyce with a chance to move on to your dream hack and land the finals. Only Cubo, Bread, and Trickstake are still alive, but Dash in, taunt, module, take Trickstake down. Now onto the Titan, no way for Cubo, Bread to defend, and Splyce are gonna take the set, 3-0.
And into the base go Rival, looking to make back-to-back finals 2 years in a row.
This is definitely it. The Titan down to 80%. Team Rival trying to fight on into it. Trifecta playing defense. Scary knees in the yellow. He's retreating down into the fountain. Team Rival going to it. We'll see you in the finals.
Thank you so much, Bart. Welcome everyone to the Mixer pregame show here for the grand finals of the 2018 Smite World Championships. Joining me here is Taco and Anatoly. And honestly, out of the 5 years that I've been at the Smite World Championship Series, this is the most anticipated finals I've ever seen.
Europe versus North America yet again. Both teams coming into this match undefeated. What a set we're gonna have here today, Taco.
And it's even crazier to think that both of these teams got here from 3-0 victories alone. So it's unpredictable what's going to take place today.
And let's actually take a quick look at that bracket just to remind everyone the journey that they had to go through here.
Splyce surprising everyone with their victories over Obey and Dignitas.
I think that was the big one that really caught everybody off guard, though. Dignitas falling in 3-0 fashion to Splyce was just so unexpected. We knew Splyce was good all along, and there was no doubt about that the second that they 2-0'd Obey. But the 3-0 Dignitas?
No longer E-United, the North American team to represent. This time it's going to be Splyce.
And Rival was the team that challenged United last year, taking second place, and I'm sure they're not going to let that happen again. But that's not the case if Splyce has anything to say about it. We got some insight from Kabam, the coach right now on the stage.
Hey, Kabam, feels like you've got a couple fans in the crowd for you here today. How you guys feeling?
Yeah, it seems like Aurora brought every single person he knows to cheer for us. It's a pretty big buff, I'd say, yeah.
This is setting up to be one of the best finals ever. You guys have had an incredible story starting in spring. Can you even believe you're on the stage right now?
If you told me at the beginning of the year we were going to be here, I would have laughed at your face, for sure, yeah.
Alpha Jackal, the coach of Rival. Now, you guys are playing in NA. Usually these crowds are pretty biased towards NA, but I've seen a lot of Rival fans out there. I think you guys are going to have some support. Do you think that's going to be important for you guys?
I'm going to let that speak for itself.
This is a team that has been waiting all year for this chance again. You guys were on the same stage last year, ended up coming just short against the United. What did you learn from that, and how can you change that outcome?
We learned nothing. I mean, if it's a 3-1, we could blame Hinderman for a shoddy script, can't we?
Honestly, the drafting here is going to be as exciting as the game for me because these two coaches do such a good job looking at the playbooks, and we are ready for picks and bans of game number 1, the grand finals. It's Splyce versus Rival. We have our casters on deck, ready for game number 1. Let's get into game number 1, everyone. F.Aggro and Hinduman, take it away.
Thank you so much, Kelly, on the analyst desk with Taco and Tony. It's me, Tom, and Aggro. Gonna be bringing you the finals here today, and you guys at home and watching here, well, they're split down the middle, but what are you guys thinking?
I mean, I heard the crowd. Rival seems to be everybody's favorite here, to be honest with you. But I know that Splyce has really come in with a lot of momentum. I know Rival's been consistent. Splyce is hot.
I agree. I think the heat check
This is hot. This is hot. Deathwalker walks into the jungle. Ooh. Straight away has to take his dash, though.
Deathwalker here on the Amaterasu. And again, when you look at the Ares in the solo lane, dots don't really cooperate with Kuzenbo. So I like this matchup a little bit better. The Amaterasu is going to be a nice look.
Big blink kid, but Moswell didn't realize right behind Bo and Wolf. They were waiting. It's Sido surrounded. And the Jamalke gets first blood.
What is Vote doing on that side of the map? We usually see the
Getting a kill.
Yeah, we see the solos go to the left side because they can TP. Vote's breaking all the rules.
Here comes Ice Baby to the left-hand side with a blink, though when it rolls a bit far forward, looking to poke out. He could fall down and Vote gets a second kill. It might not be done just yet. Cyclone's trying to get away in mid lane.
There's the ultimate coming out, but it's going to be ages. Ultimate from Shivalake will create some havoc, but Wolfie's not able to find the damage just yet.
Oh, no.
Blinks forward, but now he's out of cooldowns. Off screen, Ice gets Cyclone Spin, and the tag team help for Team Rival.
But Moswell might still be in trouble here. If that would have hit with the stun from Deathwalker, Moswell could have got wrapped around on by Ice Baby. 3 quick kills. Overall for Rival.
Kalas has a number of options to really keep you under control. Divios wishes he had those options, but he's dealing damage. Still, Deathwalker getting aggressive, and it's Ice Baby taking him down. But Sino answers back with not 1, but 2. Double duty for the Dogman. Sino with the kill. I think you can have very different ways of playing jungle. I don't think you have to stay aggressive like we see Splyce getting here.
Oh my god, it lasted so quick. A raw pull back in. No escape for you, my friend. Vote is now on a killing spree as Rival just 3v2. Gold Fury started up by Rival then, and there's only 2 members really around. Moswell under pressure. Aegis now down. Ice Baby just throwing it away, but into the back goes Cyclone Spin trying to force the reset.
He's gonna jump on out. Aegis is good. No, yes he is.
Whoa!
Gets a kill, and a big shot by Moswell takes Rival from 100 to about 10, and Divios puts Wolfie to 0.
Deathwalker's not done though. He really wants to kill him. Moswell and picks it up. But on the back line, Divios gonna chase Kalas away from the pit. RTR respawned, and now Deathwalker's alone.
This is a big kill for Splyce if they can pick it up. Divios has to chase him out. Tosses the combo. The ricochet like a pool player on crack. Divios gets the ricochet.
But Deathwalker's still too quick to catch him. Deathwalker's gonna keep juking around. Sino gets the kill, but the Gold Fury is still alive.
Game number 1's gonna tell you how the series is gonna go. Fast, slow, etc. But you still don't want to show your hand.
Oh, it's going fast right now. Kalas blinks in, looking at Aurora pulled in by the no escape. Damage is good as the Shivalonki ultimate just prevents anyone helping out. Cyclone gonna airstrike away, back to the safety of the mid lane. Divios and Sino are in the pit though.
One by one, the ants march in. Moswell from a distance. Oh, not enough damage. And this is all Team Rival. Mid lane sitting down. Sino and Aurora down as well. And Divios will join them.
I think that Splyce needs to give up this Gold Fury, and indeed it does go down. Team Rival able to get the first objective.
Now the big difference here, why I don't want to see Splyce jump in there like crazy, is because there's no help. The help is dead this time. When you've got 5 players around, yeah, you jump in, you give yourself, because you know your teammates are going to come and add to the chaos. Not an option.
Oh, no. Really? They're going to go straight to the... Hello? They're going...
They're going.
They don't know what knows.
Ardio knows. Ardio knows.
Moswell on the way as well.
It's Pyro! It's not Pyro!
God.
It was a fire giant! Rival! Sneaky strats come up when it's needed most! You know, some of that does come down to Jabalonke getting those passive stacks early. The extra power is what they really needed to try and get it down as quick as possible.
That's a big deal. Vote on the Shivalonke, able to provide the damage. Also, he's building into crit. Crit's very good against objectives. And Crit's very good against Aurora as well.
He's not going to have a fun time at the moment. It's no escape after no escape. In goes Sino, though, looking to the back line at Wolfie. Round the back comes Deathwalker at the same time. Big word from Divios to zone them all away. But meanwhile, Moswell has been duoed underneath his own tier 2 tower. Divios can only live so long. He's doing all he can to stand. But it's another 2 members dead on Splyce. And Rival still on the warpath.
Plus, that was a 5-on-4. I mean, Rival just had the numbers advantage. Aurora had just died. Look at the team by recap.
There's Phoenix right now as well. There's no one really here to defend. The damage with the fire giant buff and the minions. Phoenix down at 20 minutes in game 1. Rival looking strong. But instead, it's back to the fire giant we go. Middle Phoenix has respawned at the moment, but Divios is here.
He's gonna walk in. Everybody turns around, looks at the turtle. 40%. He's in trouble. Ultimate comes out, and Kalas puts him down nice and quietly.
Sino was trying to run around the corner then, couldn't find the angle at the time, didn't feel too comfortable in that one, and now he's looking round again. Cyclone and Aurora approaching as Wolfie over-aggressed a little bit, and Wolfie's in a bit of trouble against Sino, but at the same time, at the back of the fight, Ice Baby getting aggressive against Moswell, but Sino is in a hell of a lot of trouble. Deathwalker will get the kill.
Jungle falls down, all of a sudden it's a 5-on-3 power play. Rival are looking at the FG again. Ryan, I didn't like Divios going in. When Divios was dead and they came in as 4, that almost looked better. But this one-by-one approach, not a fan.
Not gonna work. Aurora on the run. Just one more should do it, and Vote's gonna secure it.
Cyclone will get away in time, however, but the Fire Giant's still alive for now. It's kind of a one-by-one they go, huzzah, huzzah, right?
It's the conveyor belt, and that is never the way that you're gonna win a Fire Giant fight.
Deathwalker gonna tank up the Phoenix on the left-hand side. Ice Ice Baby keeping Sino busy in mid.
Nice shot.
Aurora's there doing good work to Deathwalker, but Callus has got the no escape on.
There's the ultimate coming out from the mid lane mage. Wall gets a vote. And just like that, Splyce are gonna surge forward. They're gonna look for more, but down goes Divios. Callus with the damage. Can you blink?
Tanking it, the Phoenix one more time, and in goes Aurora trying to slow him down. Wolfie with the drums of war as the Vulcan ult to the backline hits and connects, but it's Divios that's going to fall down first of all to the no escape. Everybody on Rival getting low, but so is Sino. Double kill for Wolfie. Cyclone's not done.
Cyclone's going to look for it. This is big boy damage. Aurora picks up one. Wolfie falls down. If Rival goes too far, Cyclone can turn and burn. Damage coming from the right-hand side, though, as Ice Ice Baby gets his confidence back.
Cyclone's dead. He's going to fall down to Deathwalker, but Moswell got Vote. As soon as Vote dies, Rival go, no, 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 no. Run away, run away. We don't have our carry.
I like the respect that they're giving to Splyce. They understand that Splyce have made a lot of victories off of games like this. How many times have we seen Splyce defend 3, 4, 5 times, turn it around and walk up the lane and take the Titan? Rival have to be careful.
Deathwalker going in again with the backside. Ice Ice Baby blinks onto Cyclone spin. Roaring great used by Divios, but he's going to fall back too. Callus, no, it says no to that. And Divios comes back into the fray. This is a wild fight.
Everyone's still alive, and the Phoenix, 60%. Splyce, great defense. Blinking in comes Callus, grabs two with the chains. The Phoenix is in trouble.
And the Phoenix should fall down. Rival fall back immediately, and now they can head towards mid lane.
Right side's already down. The difference between 1 and 2 Phoenixes is not that big.
Aurora's trying to do what he can, and up to the back line, though. Vulcan ult 2, big burst damage. Cyclone's been turning up, but it's not enough to bring down Rival just yet. Only Sino has fallen. The Phoenix still stands, the regen's still there, but Callus is a little low.
That's so scary. That was the dream from Mozzie, and it just doesn't do it.
Half a second too late off that taunt from Sino. It's not a long taunt that Erlong Shen has, but it was an effective one.
Deathwalker's just tanking up for half a year at the moment, leaving the rest of the team to do what they want. Darkest of Night Shoes, the Cyclone Spin has to airstrike away. Where were you going, Timbuktu? Get back on the map, Cyclone. Phoenix, though, still under pressure. Vote gets 1 kill, and with that, Wolfie gets another. Game 1 is going the way of Rival from the moment the game began.
A full deicide here as Team Rival just walked in. You know what, Splyce? I don't think we saw what we will see more from them in game number 1. This was Rival from minute 1, and Splyce have to adjust.
This was a feel-out set anyway coming into it to see what the two teams were going to do. Generally, you see a lot of the same stuff we've seen all season from these two, and there was nothing that surprised me. We've seen the Ares, we've seen the Cruising Bow, we've seen the Vulcan. All those things have been played before, but now Splyce like, okay, what do we bring out of the bank?
I'm really excited to see what Splyce come up with here in game 2. This is the first time Splyce has had to adjust after a loss all weekend. They haven't had to worry about that at all. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with their backs up against the wall now.
This Ares pick was the MVP pick, I think, of this game. The first 3 picks were the Erlong Shen, the Ardeo, and the Vulcan. 3 guys that don't have CC immunity, constant no escapes right onto Aurora's Ardeo, pulling him in, separated these 2 supports by about 2 to 3 levels throughout. That taunt right there, that was the beginning of the end of Aurora, honestly. There was just so many offensive plays that went unanswered. Callus's Ares was just lights out. Going at 6-0-14 as a support, it almost felt as though he was playing a carry position.
Well, it's going to be an interesting getting into the drafting phase of game number 2. Hey, everyone, Splyce versus Rival. Ares already being banned out. Outposh on the side of Rival.
It's all they need is a little bit of AoE spam inside of that cage, and things could be incredibly problematic here for Splyce. And yet, Sino, undeterred by this Odin, still goes for the Najah. Now that is a power play.
We've heard to not give Sino nausea, and they still did. Maybe they thought with the Odin pick he wouldn't have gone it. When it's game number 2, let's go on to the casters.
Thanks for throwing it, guys. Yeah, they were right next door. As you can see, it's not too far away. Ryan and Tom joining me on the cast once again. Game number 2 is about to get underway, and Splyce this time look a little bit more comfortable without having to deal with this Ares.
On the enemy speed buff, and you'll see Deathwalker do this a decent amount. He did it against Energy, where he'll just start at your speed, and he'll take that coin flip. He'll say, yeah, one of us is gonna get this, but it's gonna hurt me a lot less than it'll hurt you if it doesn't go my way.
Because he has the plan already. Once you have the plan, you know it's going down.
Oh, there needs to be a plan right now for Vote to get out of this situation, my friend. 3 members of Splyce are here, and Aurora comes in for first blood. That's a nice turnaround for the young chunk after game 1. Towards the mid lane, and a couple of members of Splyce got a little poked out there. Not too doom and gloom, but it could cause problems here.
Sino didn't know Ice Ice Baby was here, and Sino. Oh no, the sash saves him for a second. But Ice Ice Baby hiding behind the rock. That's a cute little play there from the jungler.
Aurora definitely playing it cool, and he's the one who puts himself in bad positions often, so he should be able to play it.
Sino on the right, looking to try and steal away this buff if he can. Deathwalker in more damage than bargained for. Has to ult away, but Sino will solo him down for the kill.
He definitely feels like it's something that gives him that extra bit of damage that he sometimes needs. Wukong can really harass you, but may not be able to get those finishing blows. Same thing.
Moswell's in trouble in mid. The ring is down. The bird bomb's there. And Callus continues what he was doing in game 1 on Ares on an Odin in game 2. Oh, no Phantom this game, Ryan. Are you surprised by this?
Very, because like I said, Splyce didn't pick around this Odin at all. They just don't respect it.
Here on the right-hand side, Ice Ice Baby gonna get hit up by Sino. A little bit of a slow. Now taking him to the sky. 2 shots, 3 shots of whatever. On the bottom is Geb. Now Ice Ice Baby looking for the ultimate. But it's Boswell from the middle lane, putting Ice Ice in the ground.
But Sino stuck around too long, and Deathwalker's here. Wolfie gets the kill with a ghost. Gabby's under pressure and will fall down too. Moswell at the back, he's just free firing, but Aurora's getting very low. And Deathwalker will trade it out. The bird bomb hits, but Moswell's Aegis was beautiful.
They're all healing themselves, and you can't get away. DW, Ice Ice Baby, and Wolfie are healing off of their damage while they're fighting you. That's frustrating.
Boswell.
Bit of pressure here as well. Oh, the bomb! No, he jukes it out of the end. So close. Moswell nearly got a free pick in mid.
Like I said, Deathwalker and Wolfie are going to win every team fight that they ult together.
Callus gets the ring down. Sino says, none of that, sunshine. You want to put a ring on me? I'll take me to the sky. But the damage after the fact is too much. Ice Ice Baby takes out Sino. Aurora came round to support, but he has to leave. Another kill for rival deep in Splyce territory.
That's probably Cyclone Spin later on. Right now, it's definitely Moswell.
Cyclone Spin going to get a bit of poke on Vote, and these 2 hunters are not too scared to duel, but talk about duels, that ain't no friendly duel. Devios will fall down, picked up by Ice Ice Baby's rotation. Not only that, the tier 1 tower as well.
Deathwalker's the only one who's been playing aggressive solos every single game, basically, through this tournament, and Divios is still trying to play that same slow style.
Fighting mid lane, and Wolfie's under pressure, looking for a bit of damage and the stun. Doesn't find it though, no more bombs available from Moswell, but in come the solo and the jungle from Rival, and Aurora's hung around a little bit too long. Wolfie gets him with a card as Ice Ice Baby looks for Moswell, finds it, and he also gets the kill on Sino.
Oh my goodness.
Ice Ice Baby! Let's have a look back then at that double kill, or was it even a triple? I'm not even sure at the end of the day.
He got a double, yeah. INAP's providing this one to us. Like you said, Tom, knows that Aegis is there, and that big damage. Volcanic Lightning is insane, man. Just so much extra damage coming from all of those auto attacks.
Gold Fury goes to Rival. Easy.
Hang on. They're going right for the Pyro? No, they're not going to be able to do that.
They need to rotate on a Deathwalker, but he's level 13 and has a lot of damage in this build.
Goodness me, 4 versus 1. Well, technically 2 because he can transform, but the transformation's already been used, and Sino's had enough of looking at that face. He'll take it off the map for his 2nd kill of the game. Unable to avoid some of that, and that's why you can see Sino hanging around too, but it's a 2-on-3 in mid. This tier 1 tower is getting very low. The minions are doing some good work, and Splyce are back to make this a 4v3.
Cyclone Spin hanging in the wings from the left-hand side. There's the Odin Cage in the middle lane. Here comes Cyclone, and down goes Wolfie. Divios with the last hit, but it's all about Cyclone Spin.
The double whoop, and that could be more problems. Callus goes down to Cyclone as he picks up the double kill. still, the rotation from Splyce was perfect.
But the Soul Eater rush coming from Deathwalker, you've got Wolfie that's going to be healing up, as well as that heals from Ice.
Ooh, Psycho got a big, and immediately Wolfie's in the sky. 3 shots and on landing, the follow-up damages it there, and Raw gets the stun. Wolfie's still alive, but in the back of the fight, Devios is fighting Ice baby.
Again, Maswal turns up. Big ring coming out from Odin. Devios in trouble. Vote's going to join as well. Nice knockup from Deathwalker, but Rival, no. They've got to be defensive. Here comes Freya.
Freya's here, but the fight is all over. Rival able to disengage.
And that's his game plan. Deathwalker picked Siska Cullen not just to be a hard tank frontliner, but to cause havoc. Devios going to do the same.
He goes in with a blink and the cataclysm after the fact. Sino followed up but got trapped in the ring. Round the back comes Ice baby, but Cyclone Speed gonna line a sight on him and takes out Ice baby already.
Freya just out of control. The Horns are good. Deathwalker trying to keep players at bay, but it do not matter. Finds the exit on the right-hand side. Now a Roar surrounded by Rival.
Big shield. Big shield from Devios keeps the Roar alive, and Devios commits to Vote on the left-hand side. Double whoop from Sino, into the bomb from Muswell, but everyone is still alive.
They're running away. I need to see Splyce back off now. Don't get baited. This is definitely something that Wolfie can turn around and murder everybody. And Splyce do show the discipline.
A lot of them in the crowd too. It's pretty split, the crowd, funny enough. I wasn't so sure. But Rival have done a lot this year to, like, you know, be that fan favorite too.
Rival have always been a fan favorite. I'm gonna pick up the Pyromancer here. They're gonna look for a fight.
Yeah, and Raw's trapped inside the ring, and Callus is doing a good job of keeping him busy. Backside though, Deathwalker making sure Cyclone Spin can't do anything. But Moswell is there, and Deathwalker's already dead. Devios got the kill. That's go time for Ice baby. But Cyclone Spin has had enough of this.
Wolfie answers back. The mid lane mage puts one down.
Go Cyclone!
Shield for
Go
Cyclone! And he's gonna take down Vote, but Vote answers back. 2 players out for Splyce, but everyone but Callus sits down on Team Rival.
Oh, he's not out yet. Sino's gonna go again, blink for blink. Sino still got his sprint, but he's not gonna continue the chase. Callus still hanging around, but there's not much Splyce can get from this.
Sino is now going into all offensive items, knowing that he's the only physical. He knows that no one's going to be building against him. He's gone for the malice. He's basically pure offensive. So now Rival might try and switch it up.
Looks a little bit telegraphed from Rival here. They're looking all in on Devios. Rollout comes through, but round the back, Sino's there. Moswell over the wall, dropping bombs from heaven or from hell, whichever team you support. But already Sino's dead because Pele's in action.
Wolfie's going on, but Cyclone again drops the hammer. Big damage coming out of Splyce. Mozzie puts one down as well. 3 players surging forward. Here comes Big Devios, and Callus in trouble, getting hit by the gumball.
Vote on the right-hand side, trying to do what he can, but Ice has been a nice bit of peel there. Falls back 2, so it's a 2 for 2. Hang on now, because the Fire Giant's been started up here by Splyce. Callus will be the first one back. Deathwalker on the way. Everybody here from Splyce already, and the Fire Giant's already down.
There's damage from Maswal. Meanwhile, one goes up thanks to Sinoshore. Down he comes, and
He's dead already.
All the way down.
Meanwhile, now the chase is on from Splyce. Blink from Devios, ring is down. Callus is dead. Cyclone gets another, and Splyce are on the march.
The whoop sets up Mozzie one more time. Big damn Devios one more time. The Geb is getting the kills. Solo lane Geb, 4, 2, and 11.
This might be a chance to end here for Splyce. I mean, they really got 3 dead. They've got a lot of damage waiting here, Graham.
Ice baby round the back though. Devios is going to be the last one in, and now Ice sees him. No, he's going to try and delay minions, maybe? Make this a little bit harder for them?
They're going for it. They're going right for it. Big boy play coming out from Deathwalker, but the Titan is in the sights. Backside comes Ice baby, but he's eliminated. The Titan is in trouble. Game 2 goes to Splyce.
We got an even game in the World Championships. North America have arrived. They're a little bit late, but now it's all to play for, and you two have always told me Game 2 is the most important.
It really is. I'm going to default to the player here, though.
It's huge to be able to make that adjustment and just win that from being so far down as well. It looked for a little bit like Splyce was on the edge of losing that Game 2 and having to win 3 in a row. but Cyclone comes up huge for them. Cyno has a great few fights, and it just waterfalls out of control. Talk about the best cascade hit you could ever ask for. I mean, that was just one after the other, and Rival didn't have the answer.
Are we going 5? I'm going to keep asking it until
I think we might. I think we might, man. Splyce is still playing hot. Their ability to bounce back, they take a loss and bounce back and look that good. I'm really impressed with this team.
I think it's possible Splyce just win 3.
Thank you so much, Hindu Man. Anatoly Taco, that game was incredible.
Rival started off hot, but that turnaround, I'm looking at the rotation from Cyclone Spin at that mid lane fight.
Everything for me was all eyes on the Geb.
Divios on this Geb was making a lot of great defensive plays.
Had it not been for Divios, Splyce's composition probably would have fallen apart. It's just incredible how much of an impact Divios was able to have over this game on Geb.
Yeah, it's essentially a best of 3 now. It could really go either way, though. Rival, how are they going to respond to this pick?
No Freya. No
Freya.
7-1-7 that game. Maswell also on the Agni, showing us all that he can play something other than the Outwash and the Zeus.
It's going to be an exciting game number 3, everyone. It is 1-1, Rival versus Splyce. Make some noise for game number 3.
Cupid pick.
Love it.
In the finals.
I love it. I do. I think it's beautiful up against the Xbalanque. I think it works very well in conjunction with the Odin cage. It basically does follow up there for you, but I do not like the Fafnir. I think if that's an RDO selection, Rival route Splyce in this game. The cripple would have been great just as for the same reasons the Cupid cripple is great, and it gives you so much more kill potential in lane with that RDO. They've been able to really get a good picture of where Splyce is going to be at any given moment, and letting Vote get that aggressiveness on the left side is huge.
Deathwalker jumps in the pit, but Cyno was waiting. Ring drop down by Deathwalker, but already in the sky is Cyno with the ultimate. And on landing, Cyno will get first blood. You go in his jungle, and you might just get punished.
Oh, no.
We're not going there.
We're not? He's in the crowd.
Is he?
I know. But
He might be on stage. Meanwhile, mid lane, Ice Ice Baby getting aggressive. Moswell pushed back under his tower, but took a lot of poke, and Deathwalker is looming. Deathwalker misses the bird bomb, but he traps him in the ring.
Here comes Aurora over the top. Tower is hitting up on the Odin. Sash is good. The jump right into the clutches of Cyclone Spin, and you're getting stuck. Down goes Deathwalker, but Ice Ice Baby bites back.
Vote is round the corner too, and now Cyno's in trouble. Has to ult away, but Vote was going to keep chasing, as is Callus. Cyno slips out of the danger field. It's 2 for 1 in favor of Rival.
And Splyce can feel this pacing. They seem to want to slow it down a little bit and wait until you can get those stacks.
You do get the stacks of an assist as well, correct?
Correct.
So Doc is of Knight's assists.
Can make it work.
Meanwhile, here comes Deathwalker and take it to the sky. 3 players are surrounding him. He's going to land in the middle of 2. Deathwalker jumps over the wall. Boswell reads it. Down goes Solo.
Wait. Look what Rival's doing in response. They get a kill on the right shore, Splyce, but Rival are going to get a Gold Fury.
This is as classic does. Going back to season 1, too many people on the right side of the map commit to the left side of the map. Gold Fury goes down.
Ice Ice Baby blinking in. That old touch on Maswell. Aegis is used. Callus with a sprint, but now Callus gets taken on a ride by Aurora. Don't worry though, it's still a dwarf. Aurora could be in trouble, but he just leaps away in time.
Also, Cyclone Spin has just played so well that I don't think you can let him be the lone one who gets to walk away from a lot of these fights.
Speaking of Cyclone Spin, he might get under pressure here because Vote's committing, so is Cyclone too. But I don't think Cyclone realized that Ice Ice Baby was there. Cyclone's in it to win it though, and Cyno shows up exactly when he needed to.
Dino finds the stun as well. Cyclone dies, but Ice Ice goes down. Mozzie makes the rotation and makes mincemeat out of the Hunter.
He wants to start a fight, but in doing so, he can put himself in awkward positions.
The good news is, though, with Odin on your side, you're forcing the enemy team to make a choice. Do they get sprint or do they get the Phantom? No sprint means that field of love is even better.
Moswell under a bit of pressure here from Deathwalker. Moswell going to put the ult and taunt away. Deathwalker trying to fear him back. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we've got a fight going on too. Deathwalker's keeping 4 busy at the moment, and he's still alive for now, but on landing, Cyno gets the kill. Hang on though, but Rival can look towards the Pyromancer now. Have all their ultimates available, all their relics too. And the Pyro won't take much. It's not as worthwhile as a Gold Fury, but at least it's something.
This is I want to see them fight now. You can see Aurora looking to isolate one. Deathwalker by himself. Rival need to show up to help, and they will. Ice Baby on the left-hand side brings Moswell down, and he's still hella healthy.
In goes Deathwalker again with a blink. Fields of Love connects from Vote. Wolfie gets the kill on Aurora because of it. In the sky, Sino did find Deathwalker, so it's 1 for 1 so far.
Oh boy.
Callus a little bit far forward, and Devios with a 4-man route. The damage from Moswell comes through. The crowd is starting to come through as Sino cleans up Wolfie.
The return from Splyce. Way too hot to handle. Team Rival just funnel into Splyce.
Well, Vote is here. Ice Baby is here trying to defend the Fire Giant. Only 2 of them alive. Fire Giant's getting very low.
Blink.
Vote's under pressure. Fire Giant's going to go down. It's going to go the way of Splyce. Ice and Vote kind of just watched. And now Ice Baby going to go down after watching. And now the onslaught begins.
Does it for a second.
Here we go. The blink from Devios forces back Wolfie and Vote too. Meanwhile, Sino does take a target out of the fight for the time being. Moswell's Aegis keeps him alive from Ice Baby as Devios now has to fall back. Aurora has got a bone, and the bone was Callus. Where's your Dragon Ultimate now, my friend? Splyce with a pick, and now the Phoenix is exposed.
Great job from Splyce. Now they're going to go one more time. Ice Baby stripped, in trouble. Stun is good onto Aurora, but Moswell puts Ice Baby in a coffin, and Sino does the same to Wolfie. 3 players on Rival sitting down.
I wasn't sure they're going to go for the win there for a second, but they will fall back for now.
But it's not just Aurora. This horrific emblem also helps the team.
Here's the Darkest of Nights. Immediately, though, Vote's going to drop the Fields of Love. Devios took way more damage than bargained for, and Vote gets the kill. Rival on the hold. Callus on the front line, zoning away 3. Left-hand side, though, Sino got Deathwalker, and he may just have the damage for the kill.
The Odin goes down. That's a big play. The rest of the team still isolated. Sectioned off, pushed away from where Sino's at. Splyce looking to re-engage one more time.
Aurora's going to get out of the field of fire. He was tagging the Phoenix, but the Phoenix falls down. 2 Phoenixes down now for Splyce. They fall back, regen again, wait for Devios to spawn. Hammer off the mark, but that's a big Fields of Love, and in goes Ice Baby. Moswell now brings out the drums and says, you what, mate? I'm having none of that today. The Phoenix is under threat. Splyce bursting it down. Ice off the map. It's a 4v5.
This is what I'm talking about. Splyce right here, I think in the spring split, hit the gas, walk into the death ball. That is Team Rival's defensive composition.
Devios has that Earth and Fury back up right here. That could potentially end this game.
Waiting for the sash, off the mark from Sino, but there he goes! Just raw ultimate straight to the back line. Picks up Deathwalker. That's attack! It's attack no more! The crypts are emptied! The Phoenix will fall! And Devios chases Rival back to base! This is gonna be game 3! Going the way of Splyce! 2-1! And all Splyce have to do now is find one more win!
Splyce is just playing beautifully right now, and Rival, after looking so good, they came in with the plan in game 1, and their picks and bans were flawless. They were able to get everything they want. The next 2 games, Splyce has been able to maneuver these picks and bans in a way that gets Sino his best character, that keeps Moswell comfortable on characters that he's done. Moswell's played 3 different characters so far this set and looked great in every single game. Rival has a real challenge, and this is what makes Splyce so good, is that their picks and bans are just as good as they are in-game. I don't think I've seen a team master picks and bans this well in a long, long time. Kabam needs to be talked about in the same vein as these other coaches.
2-1 then, Splyce are in the lead. The best of 5 still, so it's all to play for. Desk will break it down.
It was Splyce controlling these team fights because of the perfect engages from Sino's Naja.
I think that's the last time we're going to be able to talk about Naja, though, and Sino in the same sentence totally, because I highly doubt that with this being almost a repeat scenario for Rival here to last year at Worlds, they are not going to allow Sino to have this Naja. I know we like to make the jokes all day long, but it's not a joke anymore. It is serious business. You cannot let Sino have Naja.
Well, we're about to find out if that's going to happen again, because picks and bans are ready, everyone. It's game number 4, Splyce versus Rival. Is Rival going to get second place again 2 years in a row? Is Splyce, the North American rival, as some people have been calling it, gonna take it out from them?
Are they the new bridesmaids of Europe is what you're really asking us here right now, because the only time that I can really remember this feeling is back in the day when it was always Ataraxia and Pretty Prime who would end up falling short, and now it seems like Rival could very well be in the same position.
Ooh, and the Rival pick coming for, or Naja coming out of Rival there, really like that. Instead of saying, you know what, we don't want you to have the Freya, we don't want you to have the Geb, and we're not gonna let you have the Naja either. This is kind of flipping the script a little bit. These two teams now trying to do what the opposite did.
So Splyce's consistent strategy in the late game against Dignitas was Shibalanke ult, Sino blink, I believe it was Divios blinking in as well. Zeros was playing the Discordia and the Thoth, but I think Raijin can handle it a little bit better.
Kabam smiling and laughing before that pick right there. What do you think is going through his mind?
Kumbhakarna, that's what's going through his mind, and I can imagine what Aurora is saying, let me belly bump them.
No, that's going to be Fenrir support. That's going to be Kumbhakarna in the solo lane for Divios.
And we've seen what he can do with Geb. I can't even imagine what he can do with Kumbhakarna. Ooh, going to game 5 is a possibility, but it might just be it, everyone, for game number 4. This is the Smite World Championships. Let's head to the casters.
And I think it favors Splyce to have traded Horrific Emblems because now Kalas and Vote are both pretty vulnerable to a potential Ratatosker gank, but Sino instead is using his ultimate, was thinking about ganking mid, but instead just use it to get these backs.
Oh, but Ice Baby's out of position now. The crypts are emptied, and the outwash from Moswell comes through just when it's required.
It's actually really funny. I think one of the original innovators in that solo lane is actually Cyclone.
And Raw gonna go in and pick up Ice Baby. No beats available. Damage out from Cyclone. The Aegis though did some work. Oh, but a beautiful beats from Cyclone Spin. Are you kidding me?
Oh man, Splyce out of control right now. You talk about momentum. This is what they're doing. Team Rival still want to fight. Big damage on a Wolfie. It's gonna be enough for Sino, but Aurora gets aggressive.
Kalas
Two
is dead.
players low. Kalas is dead.
No, he's not.
Cyclone finds the shot, but he cannot. And so Rival wiggle on out.
Man, that was so close. Great job by Rival to at least bounce back, and Wolfie getting there early is enough to take down Sino. Now Aurora is gonna fall to Wolfie. A nice little cleanup kill for Team Rival's mid laner. Going back to the beginning of that fight though, Aurora's able to get it started knowing that Ice has gone for Aegis instead of those beads, as Sino has the 1v1 up against Vote. And Sino's gonna win that one easily. Now off to a 1-1-2 start.
Man, what a tournament Sino's having right now. He gets all the gods banned against him or picked away from him. And he's like, no problem. My god pool is deep enough.
Can't give him Naja, can't give him Merc, can't give him Rat.
Just ban him. Right?
I'm pretty sure that's the first lead Splyce has had in the early game all set. Game 1, they got behind early.
Oh, Divios is a little bit far forward here. 3-man rotation from Rival and no ultimate available for the Cumber Sleepy Corner. And instead he'll go to bed. Not the nice way. That's nightmares, not nice dreams.
Splyce out of position there, rather not in position to take the Gold Fury. A lot of the players were back at base, which is why we see Team Rival go to the right side.
And Raw goes in, though, looking at Ice Baby, picks him up, into the crypts it goes. The little rat's there, too, for the cleanup crew if needed. Another kill for Splyce.
This is going to be problematic, though. Rival making the rotation. DW on the south side, and trouble! Moswell bitten down by Deathwalker.
And Aurora trying to get away now. Rival charging in, Deathwalker looks for the root, can't find it. Rival can't find anything else off the back of the engagement. Overall, it's a 1-for-1. Splyce positioning around the Gold Fury, gonna engage it for the time being, trying to draw in Rival. Remember, the Darkest and Ice is available as Divios goes with the ultimate to Ice Baby, and Ice Baby's already Aegis. He's pulled back into the crypts. The jungler's already dead. Now Deathwalker comes in to try and turn this around.
Sino on the backside, pushed out the mid lane mage. Moswell doing the damage. It's a 1-for-2. Now Sino's by himself, but he doesn't care. Puts him down anyway. Fangs out, exit, tags in the Hunter, and Cyclone Spin looking for more.
He's getting some support from Divios as he hung around a bit too far. Airstriking from Vote. Won't find the home he's after. And now Divios is there to push him further back. All the while, is the Gold Fury being done right now?
No, Splyce is backing up because Cyclone Spin's a little bit too low.
Gold Fury's gonna go to Splyce, and I don't think we're gonna see Rival get here in time to stop it. Even if they do, the mountain that is Divios waits in their path. And this is one of the things we discussed about these two solo lanes earlier on, is the fact that they're both innovators. Divios, though, a little bit far forward here, gonna get sashed and ulted straight away by Ice Baby. 4 members of Rival committing for this and will not find the kill just yet. And in comes Splyce with the Crypts.
This is what I was talking about. Divios is able to resist the death for long enough for Splyce to show up. Sino's gonna land on a target. Who's he gonna pick?
No one is going to play it safe. Instead, Splyce fall back. Pyromancer available. Lot of investment there from Rival, but the same can be said for Splyce.
Now Pyromancer getting pretty low, and Rival's still here and healthy enough, even with a lot of those ultimates still on cooldown. Divios has to go back to base, but he has his teleport up and ready.
Keep an eye on the ring tosses from Ice Ice Baby. They can bounce off the Pyro, cause some problems, but Aurora's going to try and deny that. With the Ragnarok, bringing the RTO to the battlefield. Callus actually still alive, but Aurora in a much worse situation. The backline, though, Divios is trying to just get all the way back to the safety of his team.
Rival's losing momentum, and I think they're going to feel that, so they need to do something.
Got a bit of momentum on the right now with this minion wave being here and all the members too. The tier 1 will fall, but now Divios is back, looking for a groggy strike, finds it on Callus. Callus up in the air, on landing, where's the backup? It is not needed. Divios solos him down, and now Rival go aggressive.
Maswell's ultimate's gonna be up soon. He needs to survive, and Wolfie's gonna make sure that he won't.
Got him.
Comes up into the drums of war. Wolfie gets 2.
Got him.
Could he get the 3rd? Put to sleep. Beats is good. Divios put to sleep. Trips. Wolfie, give him the money.
He's gonna take the quadrant, not just the money. He'll open the purse, the bank account, and take it all. Rival are back in the game. This is game 4. Rival need to win, and they might be able to do this.
Ryan, you just said Rival needed to do something. They were running out of momentum. How about them apples?
Sino, this could be bigger apples right now. If they jump from the tree, all in on Wolfie to try and force him back. But a beautiful Aegis comes out, and Sino has to turn tail.
He's still trying, though. He's still here, trying to find his way in. Very low. The bubblegum is good. Sino sticky all over the place. 10 kills for Team Rival and the Fire Giants. There goes Aurora up to the sky. Ice Ice Baby grabs him. The rest of the team surrounds. Collis provides the damage. Last hit for the support.
Everybody falls back from Splyce, though. The crypts were emptied by Moswell, too. Sino's now on cooldown as well. There is still a power play here to be had for Rival.
Team Rival are in the lead, indisputably. 5,000 gold, though. That's something that I want to see Splyce fight into. Or, look at this.
Chip it away. Take away some of the towers. Options are available. Divios blinking in. Gets Deathwalker to pop his ultimate too. All in on Divios at the moment. Sino's going to the sky. Divios buying some time for his team as the Dawkins for Nice goes through. But on the backside of the fight, Aurora went too deep, and he's already dead. Rival find a kill. Most ultimates, actually all ultimates used by Splyce.
Sino had the option to get the 4-man knockup because Aurora was there with a huge, horrific emblem, but decided against it, played it safe.
Fire Giant one more time being aggressed on. 60% of the objective so far. Now cut down to about half. Team Rival trying to turn around and look at Divios one more time. He's in a little too soon, but Splyce better prepared. Ice Ice Baby in the sky, bringing Moswell down. Aegis is good. Can the team respond?
Ice Ice Baby will do the work to get Wolfie the kill for Moswell. Ice Ice Baby picks up Cyclone Spin. Sleepy Kumbhakana no more, my friend. That's every member dead outside of Sino, who has to base, and Rival now are going to get this Fire Giant. Let's be honest though, we got 2 3-0s yesterday in the semi-finals, and in the world of Smite, generally you'll get at least one good best of 5, and I think this is looking like we're gonna go all the way to the 5th game, and what a better time to do it.
You're right, it's usually the semifinals that has a best of 5 that goes all the way and is the really great set that we always remember. This time around, it's looking like it could be the finals.
Team Rival positioned as 5 on the left-hand side. Sino waiting either for the assassin to split off or for a flank of his own.
But look at the clump from Rival. They've not sent anyone mid here. They're all just still grouping on this side.
Because they're waiting on Deathwalker. His blink, even though it's a 5-on-5 very telegraphed fight, blink Earth and Fury does so much it doesn't matter.
Here we go then, Kelly's gonna lead in again. Damage down from Moswell just to push them back a little bit. But all the while, this Phoenix is slowly getting chipped away at. It's not going down just yet though.
Kala's still in the charge, wants to be the target. An ultimate coming out from Cyclone Spin usually means a surge forward.
Look at the panic on Rival, but he might still be okay for them.
I don't know.
The ultimate Wolfie there.
And Earth and Fury. And Earth and Fury got used in the middle of that as well. That is huge for Splyce.
I loved it. Splyce does a great job of baiting it out. The deke, it was all a jab.
But hang on a second, Carlos pulled back in, not the prime target. Side up to the back line, gets a good knockup, but still everyone on Rival alive. And Carlos will walk away, okay. Regen will come through. but that was a little bit nervy from both two teams.
Fire Giant's about to fall off Arrival. This siege should be called off here, even with this Phoenix at half HP. Wolfie doesn't have beads anymore. Divios can get into that back line even without that blink and try and hit him with that CC.
Vogt does have his ultimate available, but no relics available for the Hunter from Rival. He's the one that does the damage to the Phoenix. On the front lines, they're trying to work it down as Divios goes in. Yawn on 4 targets. Cyclone Spin whacking away with the bowls in the back. But still, there's pressure onto Splyce.
Terra did a great job, and Ice maybe going to follow up. Brings one up. Divios not dead just yet. In comes Aurora and starts playing defense. Can't do it. Wolfie gets the kill. Divios is going to eat it.
But still, the Phoenix still stands. And Muswell got it. That was a big scream for a Phoenix show if I've ever heard one.
Earth and Fury's back up. Rival still going for this Phoenix sash on a Sino, but he's still standing.
Trouble, Aurora jumping in looking for the stun. Ice takes care of the jungler. The Phoenix is down.
And immediately with the Phoenix going down, look at the Rival turn and flee. Deathwalker low, Callus a little bit low too. But the damage has been done, and honestly, that's what Rival cared about.
Normally, I wouldn't want to see Splyce push up in this position, but I think their fight is so much better with either team not having relics that I like this.
Sash from Ice Baby catches Divios and takes him up. Everybody waiting for the drop down, and the drums are sounded by Wolfie. Sino gets to the sky though, but Moswell got a kill on Deathwalker. Wolfie brings down Divios already. This is a mess of a fight at the moment between the two. 2 for 1 as now Splyce fall back.
The Crips were great, but now that they're over, Team Rival is on the chase. Sino's got a bubble, so he won't be CC'd at first.
In trouble.
He will be CC'd at the second
He's in
time,
trouble.
and he will go down.
20 to 10. Fire Giant opened up again. Minions in the left-hand lane going to be forcing the Titan defense. And now it's all up to Rival to continue cleaning up what they started.
1 game away, but now Rival's knocking on their doorstep to try and force it to 5, and there's only 1 Phoenix standing between them and the Titan.
Couple of minions on the left-hand side will reach there soon. Fire minions pouring down there and the right. In goes Aurora, trying to commit. Picks up Deathwalker, but already Aurora is almost out of health. He's still alive somehow. And Cyclone picks up Deathwalker.
The Crips drop down. Big damage coming out from Moswell. Cyclone just put a dot on it.
Aurora just went full-on man mode and it paid off.
Season 5 has been a lot about defense. Team Rival trying to stretch it to a game 5. Splyce trying to win it off of that D.
Callus goes in and takes up the start, but here goes Sino to the sky. Vogt is very low already, but the relics keep him topped up, as does the airstrike. But Callus got brought all the way back in by Aurora for the kill, and Rival turned tail once more. Talking about mentality, though, well, that's on the side of Splyce. Rival, they had 1 Phoenix left to get, and now they've been pushed back out time and time again. This could start hurting Rival if they don't find something soon.
That is a big key of Season 5, is that you can feel dejected after trying to siege so many times.
Callus gonna take up the Phoenix and Aurora goes straight in. Leap off the mark just a hair, but the Magi's cloak is now down. Sino in the sky, but Deathwalker is eating way too much damage. The Crips and Cyclone Spin keep him at bay and force Rival back again.
Splyce, they've got the crowd behind them now. I think everybody is realizing that as ridiculous as this might have seemed, 30 minutes in, 42 minutes in, Splyce are now the aggressors.
And they're barreling down the mid lane already with a Jabalonke. They shouldn't take too long to bring it down. It's a 4v5 for another 23 seconds. This may not be game winning, but it really could be game changing.
It could be that Empty the Crips is ready to go.
Aurora jumps in, picks up a target, it's Callus and brings him back. The Crips are there, the damage from Cyclone is there, and Callus is still standing tall, but on the back line, Sino is causing problems too.
He's going to be dealing with the enemy jungler, mid lane Phoenix, 25%. Aurora has to get on out of there. Big ring bounce.
That was a huge sash there. Cyclone has got to use the beads, and watch out, Deathwalker has that teleport. Splyce needs to get going, and now their chance at fire is most likely gone. They had the choice. They had a choice to go for Phoenix or wait it out and try and take a 5-on-5 at Fire Giant. With that decision and it not going well, Splyce end up giving up another fire.
Roar, gonna hold back for now. Team Rival, playing it slow, playing it cautious, wants to see who's around the corner. The Drop the ward, they know it's there. Ice Baby goes to the back line, forces Moswell off early. That could be the difference maker.
Deathwalker pulled all the way in, but the Crips have already entered. Deathwalker's dead to Cyclone Spin, and at the same time, Sino gets out of danger. 4 healthy members of Rival, though, and Ice goes in and does Cyclone Spin, but Cyclone is just whacking away with bowlers.
Left side Phoenix already dead. Rival need to get out of here.
Look at this. Rival already has 5 fires this game.
5 Fire Giants.
Is the 6th one the charm?
And this is 5 Fire Giants just to try and get to a Game 5. Not even to win the tournament. This is just to get to Game 5 because Splyce are up 2-1 and are doing such a good job on defense.
The thing that I do want to point out, though, is that this is almost a tie game. Splyce are behind now because of the left side Phoenix, but the numbers up top don't matter.
Left-hand side, there is fire minions pouring in there, and someone's going to have to go back to defend eventually. Otherwise, those fire minions will wrap all the way around to the Titan and start to bring it down. 4-1 split at the moment as Sino just stands in mid, looking, staring at Ice Baby, challenging him to the 1v1.
And the reason he does that is to spread the floor. Put 4 defenders instead of 5 on the right side Phoenix. Sure, Team Rival has the same amount, but it's just going to even things out.
Devious goes in on Ice Baby. What a raw ultimate from Ice. He catches Cyclone Spin. The damage after the fact brings down Cyclone. To the back line goes Splyce, trying to defend for all they're worth, but Rival did so much with that ult.
One more shot on Sino and he's dead, but he blinks on out. Team Rival get the kill on
What
the
an
Hunter.
ult!
Sick. And that's the first time that Cyclone didn't just stand his ground and hit the beads just half a second too late, and it ends up costing him.
Devious on the right side trying to do what he can, but he's surrounded. He's down. He's sleeping. Good night, sweet prince. We knew you well. Left Phoenix already dead. Right Phoenix dead. Middle one to join it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to go to Game 5 in the Smite World Championships of Season 5.
Took him a little bit, but it turns out that 6 Fire Giants is indeed the charm.
Size of relief from Team Rival.
4 games down. Let's go on another. We'll be back after the break. Let's go to the Desto to talk about that 50-plus minute game, shall we?
We're getting a Game 5 in the grand finals with the 2 best teams in the world.
These teams just pulling out all the stops with the picks and bans, and man, did Rival have to go the distance in that one.
We've been here since 3 p.m. We've been here for over 3 hours, almost 4 hours now, and that last game alone was 50 minutes long. It's got to be exhausting. You have to have that mentality with you to keep going on.
And these teams came into this set without a single defeat between them, and I think that now this is where the true mental fortitude is up at the test. Going into now from a best of 5 to a best of 3 to a single game. Winner goes home being the HRX 2018 champion.
Hey audience, are you guys ready for picks and bans of game number 5?
There's no holding back any longer. Whatever spicy picks that these teams want to joke around about, that's fine with me throughout the regular season, but it's all on the line here now, and there's no options other than to bring it out.
Finally, the Naja band coming out. They're not even going to try and pick it themselves. They say, no, neither one gets this god. Hindu, Aggro, Tom, are you guys ready for game number 5 of Splyce versus Rival?
Why would we not be, Kelly? Why would we not be? This is the moment we've all been waiting for all year long. We get to declare a new world champion, and what better way in the last game possible in the series.
Perfect. The stage couldn't be better. This is exactly, Hindu, I gotta say, the script writing skills, A+, my friend. This is Oscar worthy.
Doug right there showing us the ward vision from Team Rival.
The wards were right on point to keep an eye on where Sino was going, and now Sino getting engaged on by Ice Baby. Lost most of his health, and now comes in Wolfie, looking for the cleanup kill. The Aegis is helping out, but Wolfie's gonna go down in trade, thanks to the Crips out of Moswell.
Deathwalker just doesn't have that much as far as fight back ability. Incredibly hard to kill, which is different than the mid laner.
Moswell used the Aegis early, but the drums are out from Wolfie too. Everybody on Rival and the Crips though, and it will be a 1-for-1 so far. Moswell ends up falling down, and as the roar comes in, Sino goes in. Callus is gonna fall, or is he?
No, he might get away. Sino needs one more, but here comes Cyclone's been banished. See you later, Callus falls, the Cyclone.
And that's because we've seen a lot of the supports going for magical defense.
2 versus 1 on the right-hand side. Trouble for Divios, but it's all about Team Rival. Collapsing, but he's got so much HP.
Sino on the rotation as is Moswell, and Rival know this because of the ward, so immediately Rival fall back 2. Left-hand side, though, Cyclone's getting a bit aggressive in a 2v1.
He's going to be aggressed on now in trouble, 75%. Wants to fight back. The basics are swinging. And it sends Kalas packing.
But now the commit for Vote. Vote could be in trouble. Problem being Wolfie's made a rotation. Cyclone's spin goes down. He just bit off more than he could chew. 3-3, 11.5 minutes in the game right now. Goal is even between these two teams in the final game. Experience, marginal difference, 600, 400 experience. But the oracles are an important factor. Those two little oracles on the ground being contested now give free vision around the Gold Fury pit. And Aurora's having none of that from Rival, as Kalas is already dead. Ice went to the back, didn't work out well. But now they've opened up for Splyce a little bit here.
This is what they're doing every time. Unleash the Crips. The dog brings the bone. Buries it underneath the graveyard every time.
Watch out for Vote. No, he won't get it in time. Splyce, get the first goal view of the game. I love the commitment after the fact.
So Cyclone plays the Bola character and this one, but Sino gonna play on the right-hand side, looking for Divios.
Ice Baby going in on Divios. Divios under a lot of pressure. Walls come down and Divios double dashes away. No stress, but he will blink too. Crowd cheers as they watch Divios make their great escape.
Easy for Divios. That Terra just too difficult to knock down in these situations. Already 3 items deep. He's got tons of protection and CDR.
But now Splyce looking for an extra objective. It's not big, it's not flashy, but it's an extra bit of gold in the coffers, and Rival caught with their pants down a little bit there. And straight away they go back to the gold. Corpse is still down on the ground if required.
Rival saw Aurora back. He backed on that ward on the bottom side of this little peninsula, so they know that this is still an even fight.
Walls hit onto Vote as now Kalas on his way back from base, so is Aurora. Meanwhile though, Divios goes to the back line, keeps Vote as honest as he can, and Wolfie's in a bit of trouble. The burst was good, and in comes Sino, looks for the crit, but there is Kalas to deny the option.
Right, Team Rival gonna stop everyone except for Divios. Finds him in the back line, puts one down. The door is open for Splyce.
Gold Fury is going to be available now, and that's all it needed to force Rival back.
Oh no, Ice Baby has that ultimate ready. This could be a contest, but no, Rival gonna give it up. Splyce end up breaking the game open, nearing a 5K gold lead already. And it's all about that initiation from Aurora again. This Fenrir pick, I was asking for Cerberus. I'm an idiot. Fenrir's the best. This man is just going in and finding the priority targets every single time, and even with Deathwalker playing that fight near perfectly, it still wasn't enough.
But he's been doing that since Season 1 on Fenrir and the Fat Chunk days. He's just got back to it now in Season 5. It's not a surprise to me. Other people have just been adapting to it.
Season 5, they're bringing it back. The Fire Giant being started.
Hello?
Rival don't know. They're doing mid-hard.
Oh, no, they know. They know Deathwalker's going to walk around the corner. Crypts are already emptied. Into the sky goes the left. Fire Giant goes to Splyce. In the sky is Ice looking for a dunk. He's waiting to help out Deathwalker. But Deathwalker's already dead.
Meanwhile, Splyce continuing to try and chase down. Comes through. There's the ultimate. Everybody piling damage in, and Wolfie turns around and pushes Splyce back.
All 5 members with the Fire Giant now for Splyce. It's not an empowered one, but it is going to help them to start getting a bit of a gold lead.
Man, Splyce goes from, let's take every game to 55 minutes to, I think we won our ring right now. They go to the Fire Giant right away and just count on Rival not being ready, and Splyce was absolutely right.
Tier 2 tower's going to fall in the mid lane too, and the question is, does Splyce keep marching on?
Yes!
They're going to keep marching on. They're looking for a Phoenix. This is early on in the game, Tom, but there's a great banish.
Deathwalker's dead, and so is Kalas. Moswell comes through, puts him in the ground.
Phoenix still alive, though, and still work to be done.
Watch out.
But a catch up to the right is important. He has to dash to the right-hand side. Phoenix falls down in mid at 20 minutes in the game.
Wolfie gets aggressive, tries to make a fight on the right-hand side. All of a sudden, there's the Crips one more time. Aurora goes down to Deathwalker. Rival punish Splyce.
But that's totally fine. Splyce just lost a support for another kill and a mid Phoenix. They are in complete control. They've got this game by the throat.
But once again, Rival in the same position they found themselves in. Game 5 in the finals against a North American opposition. They were underdogs last time coming into this. Today coming into this, they were probably favorites with how it was.
They have been, but But the way that Splyce has played this weekend, I don't know how you ever bet against them. So Rival, throughout the entire year, sure, they've looked like the more consistent, better team over the course of a year. Unfortunately for them, HRX is this weekend only.
10,000 gold in the lead. Splyce looking to play aggressive. Sino's charged and ready. He's waiting for the call. There's a push forward. Divios goes to the back line. Sino changes his target, looks for the jungler. Now it's all about the left-hand side. Wolfie banging on the drums. Maswell letting loose the crypts, and Rival moonwalking backwards. Splyce looking for the hit.
But Ice Ice Baby's up in the sky, and Aurora's pretty damn low right now. The knockup
Big
comes
knockup.
through. The silence makes an impact. Ice Ice still alive, but Maswell's low.
Sino!
Sonic boom from Sino doesn't do anything. That was Wolfie that came up big. Wolfie gets the kill on Maswell, and Splyce have to fall back. Rival defend. Callus gonna try and walk up. Deathwalker first to lead the pack in. Ice Ice Baby walks up too. Fire Giant's at 2,500. Fire Giant goes to Splyce. But what about the fight after the fact? Deathwalker got his ultimate off, but he eats the whole of the crypts.
Goodbye.
And Deathwalker's off the map.
It doesn't even matter. Rival, retreat. Splyce have the Fire Giant. They have the momentum. They have the crowd. They're looking for the middle lane right now. The Phoenix has respawned, but they're looking to take it down, and the crowd wants to see it too.
They've got a great opportunity, 5-on-4. Ultimates are down, but Sonic Boom should be up soon. Ice Ice is looking for a target, and he's gonna find Maswell.
But can he get the damage off in time? He's only
no!
lost all his health. Aegis will get him
Boom.
away, but the middle Phoenix falls once more. Aurora still under pressure as Callus goes under pressure.
He didn't realize Cyclone Spin was behind him, and he got all of that damage up front.
Won't be trying to end here, Splyce. A little bit low, accepting the fact they just get the Phoenix again. No overdoing it. And we go, though, with Splyce onto the Phoenix again, the left-hand side. Keep an eye on Sino as Callus is brought back in.
One more time, Ice Ice Baby goes to the sky. Here comes
Callus is
Cyclone
dead.
Spin. Callus caught up in the spin cycle.
Ice Ice Baby goes in and dips straight back out. So one pick so far for Splyce. They wait again.
Sino still has that ultimate available. He's still got Sonic Boom, and there it is! Right on top of Wolfie, and puts him down!
Sino still bucks it away, looking at Deathwalker. Won't be able to find more, but it's all about the Phoenix.
Sino falls back with the rest of the squad. Doesn't want to get too over-aggressive. Left Phoenix, down. Mid Phoenix, down. Right side's up, but it's the only one. Deathwalker lifted up. Jumps back to the back line, but in the Titan room, everyone from Splyce surging in.
They're gonna try and end the game right now. Splyce are gonna be your Season 5 World Champions. This is their moment.
Can you believe it? The Smite World Championships 2018. Not only do we get a North America versus EU, not only do we get a Game 5, but it is a fantastic 5-game set.
It's so impressive. That man on your screen, Aurora and Cyclone Spin, evolving since their days in Fat Chunks Assemble, winning now in Season 5. What a set.
The way that they evolved from these games, how they learned, how Kabam helped them all, and the whole story coming from it, starting from the spring split, coming from the 6th seed, the bottom of the SPL, to be here, the world champions.
There's something about living all under one roof, and that's what this team committed to with the coach Kabam there during that summer split under his New Jersey beach house. He was able to really get and unite everybody with more team synergy, and I've never seen a team more synergetic than those 5 players right there on the stage, pulling a fast one on Rival.
It was just incredible, though, the fact that they were able to acquire not only the Freya, but Terra and Alquash in their first 3 picks during that banning phase. I am just amazed and in awe, but their execution could not have been better.
The best of 5 meta just quickly evolves to the point where Mercury gets forgotten about, and Sino had a wonderful performance on that god.
And it is with that note that we are going to be giving our MVP of the set and of the World Championships to Sino. Finch, what words does this jungle master have for us?
Well, I am here with Sino, MVP for Splyce, the world's MVP for PC, after a great performance. I know there's a lot going on right now, man. The first thing I gotta ask, what does it mean to be able to perform at this level for your team, for everyone here, for all the people that came in and supported you?
I mean, this is really the first LAN that I really performed at. I've been to LANs before, but I never really did well. I really want to do well. Like, I love my teammates. I literally wouldn't want to win Worlds with anyone else. I'm so glad I was able to perform them. I'm so happy we were able to win.
No, absolutely, man. I can see the emotion from you here, and congratulations to all of you. There's no way I can't ask you guys about that 20-minute fire giant you just did with Worlds on the line. I mean, what was going through comms? How did you guys know that was the play to make that would help push you guys to this win?
I mean, Raijin was still dead. We all just backed. We were all just on our power spikes. And then we saw Vote and left. Like, what is he doing left? I don't know. So we just did a fire. So we just did fire.
Well, you were so confident coming in here, man. They spent so much time banning out your picks, banning away Naja's, Erlong's, everything from you. I mean, you have anything to say now? It seems like there's nothing they could do to slow you down in this set.
I don't know. I can play anything, but you also have to ban Naja. They give it to me twice, so that just, when they didn't ban Naja, they lost the set. I don't know.
And I want to make sure you get your trophy here as well, man. MVP, Sino, and it's heavy, man. Make sure you hold on to it for me. MVP, raise it up for him, man. Congratulations to you, congratulations to the entirety of Splyce. You can hear how much it meant to everyone here in the crowd. And I'd like to thank everyone that watched as well, all the other casters, everyone in production, everyone that helped make this possible. It means so much to everyone here at DreamHack Atlanta. Thank you all for showing up, and we appreciate you, everyone that's watching at home as well. We are gonna have a post-game interview with all these guys. I know they have a ton of emotions right now, so make sure you stick with us. We'll be right back to hear from your world champions. Splyce brought it home.